What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the North Shore 9 podcast brought to you by FanDuel. This is the North Shore 9 post-game show powered by Primanti Brothers. And Doug, we're giving away some sandwiches tonight. So drop those hashtag raises in chat because the Pirates win their fourth straight against the Brewers. They are back in the win column yet again. And vibes are high. How are you doing tonight, Doug?
I'm excited. I wish we could play the Brewers every game. Four straight against the Brewers. I mean, that's just great. Um, as always, it's not an easy win. It's
Mhm.
not a sit back and relax win, but it's a win. The important thing is it's a win. Um, so yeah, I'm excited. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, what a weird, bizarre world season where we're like, yeah, let's play the Brewers more often, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That never happens. Like, no one, we're
Never,
never like
right.
before. It's like going to Milwaukee is like I think we used to call it the House of Horrors.
House of Horrors, yeah.
But
Now
no, the
it's the House of
Pirates,
Horwitz, my
yeah,
friend. It's the House of Horwitz. Thank you for
nice.
setting me up. Hi,
This is why we
Miles.
pay Bug. This is why we pay Doug the big bucks here.
Yeah.
No, I mean just a really good team win. Pitching I thought was excellent overall tonight. It didn't matter. The Pirates didn't really hit all that well today. I mean, the Pirates strike out 13 times today and still managed to pull out a pretty solid victory. It really outside of one play, which we will get to tonight. Uh, I felt like the Pirates were pretty easily the better team all throughout today's game.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of what it looked like. I mean, Mil, you look at that's kind of the problem with Milwaukee. You look at them and you're like, they don't look that good, but they just
Hmm.
do so much right. And if it's in the rare games that they don't do so much right, it's like you could take advantage of them. And
Hmm.
that's sort of what we did. Bubba pitched pretty well, right? Spencer
Hmm.
Horwitz was welcome back. Uh, Valdez, 3 walks. I just love his patience at the plate,
Yeah.
and Endy. It's so I'm so happy to have Endy playing. So
Yeah, the Bucks are getting healthy, aren't they? So yeah, I think it's a good segue. First, we'll get to this $5 from Steel Dog. Hopefully, his performance in the last makes Montgomery their official closer. Yeah, we've talked about Montgomery before. I mean, so good, and he was fantastic tonight. Looked amazing. Just exactly what you want from an elite shutdown pitcher. Excellent stuff. We will get to him later, though. He's going to be
yeah,
toward the end of the show, but excellent stuff. Do
thank
we,
you for
let's
the
start with
super chat,
yeah,
though. Yeah,
yeah, but let's talk about some of the offense because the offense wasn't great tonight, but they do take advantage of facing Brandon Sproat, who has not been very good. Brandon Sproat only goes 3 innings tonight because he is chased after 3 innings because of a Spencer Horwitz bases clearing double. And man, just we missed him so much. The Pirates desperately needed some offensive spark today, and Spencer Horwitz is exactly that. He comes into the third inning, he works a nice count, and he makes a beautiful bases clearing double. And it propels the Pirates to victory. But the Pirates getting healthy is so big for this team going forward.
right. I mean, there's probably some frustration among some fans that we didn't do, other than the bullpen acquisitions today, that we didn't do much. But you've got Spencer coming back. Andy has just got back. Cruz is coming back. Connor will be coming back. Ryan O'Hearn will eventually be coming back. It's like you're almost extending your trade deadline, right? If Cruz gets here in a week or so, that's a pretty good addition. So
Hmm.
I think that's what they're counting on. I mean, again, the Pirates are not ever going to be able to overextend or overspend or just say, hey, we can add Tarek Skubal just to keep him away from the other team. That's not the position we'll ever be in. So yeah, so it was great to get Spencer back. He is such a good hitter.
Hmm.
And he's a good defensive first baseman and just a consistent, steady presence on the team. I think we always underrate him, and I think he is a huge part of the offense, a huge part of the success that they're going to have this year.
Yeah, I mean, like it just feels so good because I think, especially the last couple weeks, it was kind of disappointing to see the offensive lineup come out every single time. And like there wasn't a whole lot of guys like you were really confident could get on base on a regular basis. Spencer Horwitz is one of those guys. He only gets one hit tonight, but it was the biggest hit of the night, exactly when it was needed. And I mean, yeah, he's not a flashy hitter by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, he didn't hit an amazing grand slam, but it was such a breath of fresh air, especially considering the team hadn't been very good with runner scoring position recently. Or as you alluded to, I was a little frustrated that they didn't get anyone at the deadline today to help supplement this offense, particularly against lefty pitching. I think even just like one bat in would have been like an amazing thing to get.
Oh,
But
I
you are
agree.
correct. There was nothing on the market that is better than getting your 800 OPS bats back and healthy, and Spencer Horwitz is one of those dudes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, exactly. It's just the way the Pirates operate. We had a super chat from Dean Horwitz. Camilo looked really solid. I think he's going to be a really important piece to this bullpen down the stretch. I mean, the Pirates certainly think so. You know, they went out and
Yeah.
acquired him. It's been 2 outings so far. Clearly better than some of the guys we've been running out there. So, I mean,
Yeah.
just by sort of having a pulse and look, he had a kind of a high area, but he was pitching in Yankee Stadium. Coming to the National League and getting out of Yankee Stadium usually it drops about another run off the ERA. So I think he'll be a little more effective here than he was in Yankee Stadium in New York. It's early, and we've got a bunch of new guys, a bunch of new stuff to jumble around, and it looks like Carmen will be going back to the rotation. I mean, if he decides, I mean, it's really up to him. But
if I had to guess, I think he will decide to go back.
that's I guess too. But yeah, so yeah, it's hard to make any predictions because the Pirates never do any of the things that you think they'll do. Like I said, it's looked like they've been grooming Mason Montgomery to be the closer, but now you've got Weaver and you've got Ye. Who knows? So I'll hold off on making any proclamations about what I think they're going to do because they'll mix and match and hopefully figure it out effectively.
Yeah, and I just want to continue the trend of like the offensive acquisitions through coming back from injury because you mentioned Endy Rodríguez, who gets a run scored today. I mean, 3 for 4, gets one of them off a lefty today. Just a fantastic day from Endy. And Ben Sherrington sure loves his positional flexibility, but in the case of say like Horwitz needing the DH to like ease back into the lineup, O'Hearn being gone, it's kind of nice that Endy Rodríguez can just man first base today, get 3 hits, look really professional at the plate. And again, just another guy who's been mashing and the Pirates have desperately needed back. It's fantastic. It was really fun watching him play tonight.
I think I mean, I guess Valdez is the most pleasant surprise of the year, but Endy is hit in a different way for me, right? Because we had written him off. He was such an exciting prospect. And he just got up here and couldn't do anything. And then he just got hurt for 2 years and couldn't do anything. And then he wasn't doing much in AAA and comes up here and starts just, and he sort of said, he's hitting a bunch of singles and then he kind of gets a stroke down. Then he starts lacing stuff into the gaps and getting doubles, getting some home runs. And I just love having him on the team. He's got such a great aura, such a great vibe about him. Again, he does have the position flexibility. He stole a base today. He's just got great energy. And this team has always sort of seemed like they're in a bit of a coma, throughout, and a lot of it's been that our best players have been very even keel over the years, Mitch Keller, Brian Reynolds, Brian Hayes, Kush, bunch of, and it's nice to have some of these guys that have a little fire. And I'm not saying one way is any better than the other, right? Kutch being even keel and Brian Reynolds being even keel has served them well. But it's fun to see the guys that have some enthusiasm, some fire, and don't appear that they're what can I say? I'm here to make the people happy. What can I say?
I mean, we talk about it. I know the broadcast really was like mayhem, but gotta say, like, I mean, Endy, I think got 3, not stolen bases, but like he advanced 3 times on the bases today.
Right.
He is, I mean, 2 were on wild pitches, but like he is hungry and he does play with that energy.
Right.
He really, really is a bit of a spark plug in the offense. Like, he's not complacent. He hasn't like earned his spot yet. And I mean, when you have Endy Rodríguez batting in the bottom half of your order, and he is batting the way it does, that we're getting back to that part of like having that long offensive depth that made this lineup so good for the first part of the season.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's just the key to this team's offense all year has been its depth, right? You're not counting on the 2, 3, and 4 guys as that's all we've been able to count on over the years. And now suddenly, like I said, you got Endy down there. Sometimes it's Mangum. Nick G is a little lower sometimes, and they're producing, somewhat consistently. And they said that Mangum is 330, hitting 330 over his last 50 games. That's not the smallest of sample sizes, and guys like him and Endy, they're just dying to get to the next base. Like, it's all you could do to hold them back from getting to the next base. And it's fun, and it's productive, and it's keeping the other team on their toes, making them have to play, more efficiently, and they're forcing the action. And sometimes that action, brings errors and misplays and that sort of thing. And it's been fun to watch.
Yeah. And then finally, we'll wrap up this segment, I think, with Esmerlyn Valdez, as you mentioned. Like, again, the list of young pre-arb surprises, the guys who are going to be on this team for quite a while. Esmerlyn Valdez, he doesn't get a hit today, but he only has one at bat because this guy walks 3 times. The guy is a true 3 outcomes player. But man, and I just want to highlight emphasis, like, he, no matter who is on the mound, professional quality at bats where he's able to work the count, 0 fear, and just to keep getting on base. Even when he's not necessarily getting the hits that you want, he is still providing by getting on base. I remember someone on Twitter today was like, oh, well, in the last 10 games, Valdez has only had an OPS of 700. And I'm like, if that's his slump, where he's able to do stuff like this tonight, give me the slump, because this is incredible stuff out of the rookie.
If we've watched 7 years of lineups of having 4 and 5 guys with an OPS under 6, yeah, if he slumps down to 700, you said, his good plate discipline, that sort of thing, professional, like, these are mature at bats that he's having, right? We still have guys much older than him and much more accomplished at him that are swinging at stuff that they shouldn't be swinging at. And this kid, with 2 guys on base, and where you think he'd just be trying to swing out of his shoes, he's waiting for his pitch, and he's got a good eye. I love having him batting cleanup. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's funny, and I think you could make an argument that the Pirates probably should have scored more than 4 runs tonight. I think they definitely had their opportunities to do so. Didn't really do much against the Brewers bullpen. But I really wanted to highlight those 3 guys because if there is a playoff stretch coming, these guys are going to be at the forefront of this, and we need more of them, and they need to ensure that Marcell Ozuna never sees the field again for the rest of the season. But 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position tonight, 8 left on base. It could have been, I feel like they probably could have put up an extra 2 or 3 runs there, which is good to see. But they got just enough to win, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, it was not comfortable. I was not sitting back relaxed on the couch. I was on the edge of the seat. But the bullpen did come through. I've seen people in here complaining of bullpen, but Soto did his job. Wasn't pretty, but he did his job. Doval was good. Montgomery was good. They scored just enough. And honestly, isn't this what we thought every game was going to be like at the start of this season? We didn't think we were going to score 9 runs too often. We thought get to that 4, just get to that 4. And that's what they did tonight. And then the pitching did the rest. It's not as smooth as you would like it to be, not as comfortable, but the result, I will take the result every time.
Yeah, well, I won't blame the pitching too much for why it was so uncomfortable. But I'll say this before we get into pitching, because we're going to talk about Bubba, because Bubba deserves his flowers, because I thought Bubba was quite good tonight. But I forget who said this on Twitter, but essentially there's a long stretch of time where the Pirates didn't win a game if they didn't score 5 runs. Just however it worked. It was just something that happened. The Pirates need to score a lot of runs. And I think down the stretch, as the offense probably cools off to a more reasonable standard, probably on pure talent, they're not a top 3 offense in baseball. You need to start winning these close games, and the bullpen was excellent tonight. I thought the starting pitching was excellent tonight. You got the more complete team needs to start coming around this ball club if they're going to make a push.
Yeah.
So let's get to Bubba, who goes 5 2/3. He does have 4 walks. I think that's the biggest issue from Bubba tonight with the 4 walks. 3 runs, only 2 of them earned, 5 strikeouts, but really unlucky to not get out of the 6th tonight. I get at least 6. Really, really unlucky. I don't think that was fair to him.
Yeah, you're right. He pitched pretty well. He does have, troubles later in games, kind of like finishing things out. But this one was not on him. I would have been very happy if this team acquired a third baseman today. But
yeah. Well, I mean, like, what was interesting about him is, like, I felt like the first 3 innings or so, he was so efficient with his pitch count. Like, he was just getting through batters. Like, it wasn't like the strikeout stuff you expect, but like he was really getting through guys really fast. And then, as you mentioned, later on in the game, he really did struggle to get guys out because that pitch count did get up there. He was at 96 pitches when he leaves. But also, it's not entirely his fault because in the bottom of the 5th, I think he gets really unlucky too, where like David Hamilton and Joey Ortiz, like there's like some like blue pits, and then Joey Ortiz singles him home 4-1. But that's 5 innings, 1 run, perfectly fine. Then we get to the 6th inning, and well, that stupid Jake Bauers hit with 2 outs that barely gets barely out of range of Esmerlyn Valdez. Runners at 1st and 3rd. And then Andrew Vaughn comes to bat, and well, Doug, Nick Gonzales gets a relay throw from Esmerlyn Valdez after Andrew Vaughn singles, and the ball is basically at Gonzalez's chest.
Yeah.
And the ball skips to the backstop, and the Brewers score 2 runs, and now it's a 4-3 ball game, and suddenly you're like, here we go again.
I mean, it would not have been a great play had he made the catch, right? It was just a standard fundamental, like put your glove here and catch the ball, and he didn't do that. Bubba didn't back it up, so that doesn't help too. Hopefully, Bubba, and again, Bubba seems to tire or lose focus, or I don't know what it is, but again, if you're third baseman, an average third baseman, Murph Gray would have made that catch. I'm just saying.
Bubba, that's definitely a rookie mistake where you got to go back the guy up. And like, that is like, if he's backing that up, the second run doesn't score. But Gonzales is a second baseman by trade. Gonzales has caught plenty of relay balls in his life before.
You would think.
And I don't understand how that happens, even if you don't get the out, because you're not getting the out because Nick Gonzales is not good at tagging.
But you're just not allowing the other run to score, which it is an important part. Now he's gotten worse, right? When he first came up, we were told he'd compete for batting titles. He couldn't hit it all, but he fielded okay. But we talked about him many times, like, oh, he's been a better fielder than I thought. This year, he's finally hitting like the way we're told he could hit. And he can't catch anything. The double clutch early, after that, he had the double clutch and doesn't get the guy out at first base. And just, I guess he put all his offseason effort into hitting and didn't take any grounders or something or make any throws in his offseason thing. But man, it was, it's just not been good. It's been really ugly.
I'll say 2 things. Like, I feel like, it's just, in his, not for tonight, but like in his defense, going from second to third base when you probably haven't played too much third base in your career is very hard.
Sure.
Like Brian Hayes just made it look so easy.
We were spoiled because he made every play look just so basic. He never looked spectacular, and that was where his spectacularness was, is that he made every play look just so simple.
Yeah. But like, so that's hard. And it's like, in that sense, I kind of feel for Nick because, like, he had to carve his way into this lineup and play in third base. The really only way he was going to get in.
We weren't sure he was going to break camp.
Yeah.
Right. Because they went out and replaced him with Brandon Lau. Right. They saw that as one of their, significant, and then spent the rest of the offseason looking for a third baseman. They had lost all faith in Nick Gonzales. And to his credit, boy, he's broken out with the bat and sort of earned his way onto the team. But I'm guessing next year, we don't extend or re-sign Brandon Lau, and that we're going to move Nick to second base. So
Yeah,
and they'll have to do something else at third,
which is unfortunate. But like, I do just want to stress, like, this is the second. Almost blew the game. Like, it almost blew the game. It didn't. The Pirates still win. But this is just after Nick Gonzales also blows the game against the Reds a couple nights ago, where he just doesn't throw the ball to first. And yes, Brandon Lau needs to catch the ball. I'm sure they talked about all done in the post game. But the point being is that the margins are really thin here when it comes to the Pirates and making the playoffs. And I don't think you can go forward with Nick Gonzales at third base if this is what it's going to be like on a nightly basis.
I think you're absolutely right. Especially, you get Cruz back and, you can sort of pick up that offensive slack. I'd almost rather see Triello out there consistently making the plays. I said this on the Thursday postgame show with Cody. The Pirates are in the playoffs. It's now, right? They're you can't throw games away, literally throw games away, and you cannot not catch games away. Yeah. You said the margins are thin. They need to make all the basic plays. They need to play winning baseball. And Nick Gonzales is not playing winning baseball at third now. He's been hitting great, but offense hasn't been the problem. It's been pitching and defense, and you have other options. He's got to step it up. He's got to pick it up. He's got to focus. And I don't need him to be Brian Hayes. He can't be, and that's an unfair expectation. I do need him to catch a ball chest high. I do need him to not double clutch and throw to first, that sort of thing. So hopefully he figures it out quick, or they make the decision that you're going to be a nice pinch hitter, spot starter there, Nicky.
Yeah. Well, this sucks is like, people are in chat saying DH him, and like, we have so many DHs, guys.
We have, the bulk of this team are DHs. Right. I mean,
so many DHs. Like, I don't even know how, like, I don't even know how it works, like, by putting him in a DH, like, it is suck because, like, you do need him in the field somewhere for him to play.
Right.
But the margins are so thin, and if we're being kind of honest, like, the fact that he doesn't hit for a lot of power or extra base hits, the offensive value isn't as, say, valuable as, say, like a Brian Reynolds or a Spencer Horwitz. Right. So you probably do, like, have to consider Jared Triolo at the third base spot just going forward for that defense, I think. But we did win, so let's talk about some more happy stuff. But the Pirates do win tonight, and they win 4-3, and that is because after Brewers score 3 runs and Bubba Chandler exits, the Pirates bullpen comes in again and shuts it down, and starts with Gregory Soto, who, I don't know, like, were the Brewers like not understand that Gregory Soto can't throw strikes?
Yeah.
It's like, it was almost as if they were thinking Gregory Soto was trying to hit
as often as we do. So
yeah, it almost seemed like the Brewers fans thought Gregory Soto was trying to hit guys, and like, no, like, there were runners in scoring position when he got hit. And also he did his job, but Gregory Soto, in true Gregory Soto fashion, he does not make it look easy. 3 strikeouts.
This was the 6th inning too, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that he came in the 6th inning. Maybe that was they use him if they think is the most important time, or maybe they're signaling that moving forward, that's where you'll expect to see him, that these other guys are going to sort of move into the 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Well, I liked it. I liked it from the sense that, like, the top of the Brewers lineup is when he was coming in, like, Terrain, Yelich, like, these are big left-handed batters, and I think Don Kelly was just trying to play the matchups as much as everyone loves when managers play the matchups. I think that was more of it, but I prefer this flexible role for Soto than, like, hey, come into the 9th inning when it's a 1-run lead.
Yeah. I mean, the way he's pitched, right? At this point, again, he's had his moments, but Yeah, bring him in the 6th or 7th inning. I'm excited about Weaver, Yates. And I like what Montgomery's doing. So this bullpen, the bullpen might turn around. I don't know how much more that will mean wins and if we can go on any kind of run, but the bullpen should be better. Kudos, Ben Cherington. I know in a couple of years we're going to hear how did he trade MVP Setfora for just a year and a half of Luke Weaver, but and sadly he'll still Ben will still be here because he's not
year
going
and a
to get
half
fired.
of year and a half of Luke Weaver. Yeah, no, I mean Soto again. If he keeps giving me heart attacks, but he gets the results, then I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
come on, man. The bar is low for us. We just want wins. They don't have to be pretty. I'm beyond asking for easy wins. You just grind and dig them out and get them, but string them together.
Yeah. And then 1.1 innings from Soto, 3 strikeouts. He does have a walk, a hit, and a hit by pitch. Again, not the cleanest. He really did struggle. He threw a lot of pitches tonight. 35 pitches from Soto, but he gets the job done. And then our newcomer, like you mentioned, they had our super chat earlier. We can about Camilo Doval. He comes in and he looks really, really good for that 1 inning. Brewers can barely touch him. It's a clean 1-2-3. Excellent, excellent stuff from Doval tonight.
Yeah, it was nice to see because in his first outing, I think he gave up the home run, and we're like, oh God, here we go again, Yeah. And but no, clean, efficient, somewhat relaxing. So
he threw strikes.
Nice yeah, right. It would.
He threw strikes. 9 pitches, 7 strikes. It's such a
where have you gone, Dennis Santana?
Different thing from our bullpen. So great stuff.
I would say yes to all of this. I would say yes. We are out of our mind. We do want Triolo, playing third base. We are smoking a crack, a virtual.
We have 2 separate crack pipes, Paul.
Yeah. And if you choose violence, brother. Sometimes it is a solution.
And then Montgomery comes in, slams the door on the Brewers. Fantastic inning, 3 strikeouts for Montgomery. He looks fantastic, man. His stuff is so good and it's finally under control. I'm so happy. It's so much fun to watch Montgomery pitch.
Yeah, he's really good. His stuff is filthy. It's just filthy. And if he can harness the control, wow.
Yeah, just 3 strikeouts. He does give up a hit, but it was even with that hit, you never really felt like the Brewers were getting anywhere close to getting on the board at all. I certainly didn't. Just incredible stuff. And he does it against the top of the lineup too. Gets Terrain to strike out on 3 pitches. Ends the game against Churio striking out on 3 pitches. Someone in the chat mentioned tonight a big reason we won is that the top 4 of the Brewers lineup went 0 for 14 tonight. You shut down their best hitters. You shut down their stars. You made them get Joey Ortiz is the best hitter they had today. Excellent, excellent stuff from this Pirates pitching staff all around. And I'll say this: if the Pirates bullpen is fixed and you're getting good starts from Bubba Chandler, Ashcraft is returning back to form, that's a very, very good sign that this team can string together a lot of wins down the stretch.
Yeah, it's look, like I said, they're every game is important. It's a playoff thing, and hopefully iron sharpens iron type kind of deal. If this bullpen can be effective, and again you get Cruz back, and again eventually Connor and if Connor Griffin and Ryan O'Hearn come back in September, and just and the bullpen you've got settled by then, it could be great.
Yeah, you do have to rattle off more wins. The September schedule is very easy. If you look at it, it's very, very easy September schedule, but you do have to start taking advantage of games in August. We've kind of been playing punt the win streak down the road, down the month, whole season, and eventually you run out of time. But this is a good start, and I really enjoy that we're able to go on the road and go blow the blow with the best team in the Central.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it's, they're still in that they control their own destiny thing, right? And the defense and the bullpen have just, set this team off course. I don't want to talk about easy games because there never seems to be an easy. Every time we start saying, "Oh, this looks like an easy series," we go, we win 1 out of 4 against the Reds. So I want them to approach everyone like it's a playoff series. This is a wild card series, 3 games, 4 games, whatever. Yeah. That takes a lot of intensity. It takes a lot of focus, and teams lose that toward this time of year. But let's see what happens, right? We got it's a new team now, right? I mean, you got Spencer and Horwitz, Spencer and Endy are back, and we got like 7 new relievers over the past couple of days.
4 new relievers. Over the last couple of days, we got 4 new relievers in. So hopefully that does.
You had really counting, like Isert, Marinaccio, who's he's already gone, thankfully. And then the guys you got in today, and Doval, and then 3 guys today. It's been great. I mean, listen. He doesn't do anything. It's silly that we thought he'd do anything before the deadline. He has no sense of urgency. He believes every move he's made is great. So until he's forced with a deadline to do some stuff, but this looks like a decent deadline. I'm not really complaining about, any of the people that we've lost. And I like the 3 acquisitions, or the 4 counting Doval. So let's go, man. I mean, that's a whole new bullpen. So we got rid of the bad bullpen, and hopefully this is a good bullpen, and hopefully it makes it easier for Donnie, his decision making. And again, get Cruz back and let him be hot, and we could be onto something.
It will be a miracle when Don Kelly suddenly has good pitching decisions, when he has good relievers to do so.
Yeah. Not one person in the chat said we should fire Donnie Kelly today. So, I mean, already the vibes are improving, and things are looking up.
Yeah. Vibes going to be higher. Let's give away some sandwiches. Speaking of those
absolutely.
Vibes. So,
subscribe, follow, #raise it. Get that in there real quick. There we go. Paul's right on brand. Joey Pepperell. He just won. I think he won very recently. So
he's on a hot streak.
Good for him. He's on a hot streak. Yeah. Maybe the Pirates can string them together like Joey Pepperell has.
Congratulations, Joey. Maybe you can name like the pepperoni rolls. Something it technically exists in PNC Park after him. But please get your email associated with your Primanti Brothers account to northshore9@gmail.com, and we will get those sandwiches over to you. We'll do one more. Jordan L 2896. Congratulations. You too. Please get your email associated with Primanti Brothers account over the northshore9@gmail.com, and we will get you your sandwiches as well. Congratulations to our winners.
Congrats.
What a day, Doug.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah. What a day. And the Pirates are back at it tomorrow. It is, I believe it's Jared Jones versus Logan Henderson. So should be a good pitcher's duel. FanDuel has the Pirates at there is no well, at this point, after the trade deadline, the Pirates are now plus 12500 to win the World Series.
Not 6400. Okay.
No, not 64,000.
12,500. Wow. So you bet 100 to win $12,500.
Yeah.
I mean, that's almost worth taking a flyer on.
Yeah. I think it's I say you might as well.
But I'll bet the Pirates tomorrow. I'm going to take Jared Jones. I took him tonight, won with Bubba. I bet a large sum, $6.35. But
we have to bet on them because we got to get over this. We got to get over the 500 hump. We can't be stuck at 500.
No, right. We need to go on a little run. And I understand everybody. When I said that before, they're like they've shown no evidence they can't. You're all absolutely right. But it's a new team now. This is a different Pirates. This is a team that's going to be brimming with confidence because they know their 7, 8, 9 guys can shut it down. This takes some of the pressure off the starters. Hopefully Paul Skeens can stop doing commercials and start pitching better. stop protecting his arm to sign that that big contract or whatever he's doing, and start pitching like an ace again. Carmen should be better than what Mitch has been giving us. And, Ashcraft seems to be coming around, and Bubba and Jared Jones have both been doing pretty well.
Yeah. But the people are yearning for IQ bar, but unfortunately, we are fresh out of IQ bars. We gave them all away. But anything else, Doug, or is it time to get out of here?
It's time to get out of here. We got some other stuff. We got to talk, backstage about some things. So
yeah, we do. We have to go to very important things.
And we got to.
But
have you seen The Odyssey? Okay.
But go see The Odyssey if you haven't. By the way, great movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Go see that and The Invite. There you go. Those are my.
We'll bring back the podcast
Spider-Man too. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm Neil. I'm here with Doug. Pirates win 4-3. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for the comment section. You guys were hopping tonight. I'm not sure why you guys were talking about like different songs, but
I think it was they were looking for an entrance song for Mason Montgomery.
Ooh, okay. That's a good one. I like that.
Cody, don't insult me. I did see Spider-Man already. Please. Don't you know me? I thought you knew me.
Go see The Odyssey before you go see Spider-Man. But anyway.
I agree with that. But yeah,
we're gonna get out of here.
It's a Zendaya and Tom Holland summer.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.